meeting, West for traditional rulers, Nigerian Labour Congress Committee, NCWS of this world, market women leader. They were now teaching each other in the market. When they meet in let me call this CWO, now Amata. When they meet in, it was even a meeting, they gathered 1,000 videos in Abuja. It was still Amata with the banner of UN standing. Who will not recognize you like that? How much did they give us that we were able to impact such a number? So I'm telling us again, our problem is not first and foremost money. We should start from thinking. When we think correctly, if you were supposed to spend 100,000, you will see yourself spending 40,000. And your impact will not be touched. You will still have your impact. So initiation is a place I can't even finish talking about. It is the most important. Not all those your...
Is that the level of visibility study?
Sir?
That initiation, is it the level of visibility study?
Yeah, it's what academians will call visibility studies. You are still looking at your project. Sure, you understand? You are still looking at it with your team. Not you alone, no. You've conceived the idea, you share with people, you put in your best, you look at, if we put it out now, how will they take it? Local women are gathering themselves, speaking Hausa to teach this thing. Respect framework of UN, an international framework. It is possible. It's not because you don't speak English. It's because you've not caught the fire of advocacy. It is possible. The 1 naira you keep to yourself will not multiply. But if you share to smaller organizations, I said something yesterday. There are people I will never meet, but you will meet. If I give you anything, you will give them. And will be more. My kind will be more. Yes. So initiation is very important. It should not be taken lightly.
I think training director is the girl child.
The training director?
The girl child herself.
Okay, somebody said that. She said that.
Okay, and the society at large.
The society at large is making profit from it. If that girl child, who maybe would not have gone to school, is trained, she becomes a lawyer, they don't say our picking our child, our hair. So the society at large is gaining from it.
It's always a light to the society.
Enlightenment?
A light.
A light.
A light. A wonder to the society.
Beautiful. So we have said the society is profiting. Then what else who else is profiting from that?
The community.
Community.
Parents and community.
Parents and community. Thank you. What of the person the money is passed through, the conduit? Because government will not, funders will not give money directly. Okay, they also fund government directly. They fund government directly. So what of that Ministry of Education? Are they not profiting? They are profiting. Because it is the Ministry of Education that will now send it to various schools. Are we together? Are they likely to just fund the school? No. The fund that are funding through Ministry of Education that will not get to girl child in the scope, the agreed states. It might not be in all the states in Nigeria. Thank you. So who is making profit from it? Who is using it? Who is using it? Yes, ma'am.
For about 2 to 3 years or 4 years back, we used to have this conditional cash transfer for girls. And then we have to go into the communities, call out the mothers, not the fathers, together with the girls. They will come in and then we pay them directly to the children, and then the children will hand over the money to the mothers. Because we realize after giving the money to the dads, the fathers, they don't use it on the girl child. Instead, they use it on the boy child. So we started giving the girls directly the money, bought the uniform, everything to the mothers, and there was a great change of role models in the society.
Excellent. I think that's just a practical example of what we are saying. So who is using it? The girl child, the parents, and the community. Thank you. Who is with it? Who is in support of it? Who is in support of it? Yes, sir.
The government is with the project, the parents, the schools, the society, and other stakeholders are also
The
with,
funder.
including the funders.
The funder. Thank you. Those are the people that are with it. Now, who are against it? Against the education of the girl child.
The father.
Sometimes, even the traditional rulers, some of them who are against the education of the girl child,
Thank you, ma'am.
because they are used to marry them out at the early
That's
stage.
what we're looking for.
Yes.
Norms and traditions may be against educating a girl child. So it's not only traditional leader, even a parent, a father, a mother. They will package their own child and give her out. And when they say where is that their child, they will even lie. They have traveled, but they have given her in marriage. So it's about the traditions and the norms, the social norms that we are living with in some of our communities. Who believes that a girl child should not be educated? Thank you. Though the traditional leaders are custodians, or some traditional leaders are even very educated, you won't even know that a lot of them are now studying very well. Then who influences it? Who influences it? We're just looking at stakeholder mapping within the project manager stats.
Yeah, funders influences it as well as the government, because it is with the government's influence that that project will be able to be implemented in the schools or targeted communities.
Okay. They influence it, and I also think the primary stakeholder, who are the final beneficiary, because they need to be doing well for the project to continue. There are things that if you are taking all those things and they're not seeing the outcome that they intended, in those beneficiaries, they are likely not to continue with other children. So I think it's a chain of reaction like that. Will be promoted. Who will be promoted? Sorry. Who will be promoted? Who will, doing this, advance? Who is this likely to advance? The child, the community, the society, the government, because they are leveraging, they are taking some load off our government through social partnerships. Then who will benefit? I think that is simple. Everybody, the ecosystem will benefit. Now, summary of this first project management. Number one, management principles. Project management principles. Define clear objectives and scope. Set specific measurable goals and outline the project's boundary to avoid scope creep. Detailed planning, scheduling. Create a comprehensive plan with timelines, tasks, and milestones to guide project execution. When you have gone through initiation, the work plan is the planning stage. That is when you will now rudimentarily unpack all that you have done during initiation, so that somebody that was not there when you are initiating can help you to implement. You need a work plan and an articulate work plan that is nitty-gritty, talking to every detail for that action to be implemented. Then after planning, you have allocate and manage resources. Okay, you have your budgets separately. Most people don't put their work plan and budget side by side, but your work plan is what will determine your budgets. Protect proactive risk management, clear and open communication. Sometimes, when there is no adequate communication, project management collapse. That is because maybe let us look at a building project. You know, let's imagine that we are seeing builders on a site, and let's imagine that they don't speak the same language. Now all of them speak different language. So when somebody says lift up the cement, what he's hearing is drop it. Can there, with that analysis, can the project complete?
No.
So communication, as little as it is a tool that can make or mar your projects. So please, it's not enough that you know. It's not enough that you know, and I want to say it. It's not, especially leaders. It's not enough that you have said it several times. We all have different retentive memory. We catch things differently, just like our children in school. Some are not quick to catch what you are saying, but when they catch it, they don't forget. Some are quick to catch it, but when you ask them tomorrow, they don't remember. So different people with different. So let's keep saying it. So long as that thing is your project and you want it done, don't stop talking about it. I embarked on a project January last year. When I started, it was impossible for me as a human being. But I want to tell you the importance of initiation and planning. Even when there's no money yet, if your initiation propels you enough to have a plan, and you begin that plan, you will be surprised. I don't know how it happens like that. I don't know. You know, I told you I don't like planning before. But now that I'm planning, things are working like magic. Because maybe God himself is a planner. Things are working like magic. What I thought was not going to be achieved in 2 years, I achieved in 1 year. Exactly December 18, I started that thing in January. I got that thing. And I don't have enough money. So, initiation and planning. When you have done your part, the support will just come from A, B, C, and D. People that don't even know you are doing anything will say, and you will be able to finish that project. So don't let money harass you. You have a beautiful project. Just start initiation. Bring like minds. Share it with people. And before you know it, it will be something that is beyond you. Ongoing, you can see I said ongoing monitoring. You cannot do monitoring at the end. If you do monitoring at the end, you have failed. Because you will not have tracked your progress. Ongoing monitoring. Ongoing monitoring. Even at some point, you can do your work plan as a monitoring, a tracker. So that you go back to your milestones. Have I done this? This one, this indicator, have I achieved it? If you fail even at the middle of a project, somebody mentioned change management. You can change. There are things we call programmatic review. You can tell your founder, I can't go on with that thing, cannot work. Then we would all sit down again. You don't even have to sit down, just right there. They will tell you go ahead. So don't be rigid when it comes to projects. There are times you have to change. It's not casting stones, but always review your projects. Thank you, and over from here. Thanks for the beautiful participation. So please, can we do the question and answers in 5 minutes? Only. Thank you. And I like your participation.
You don't have any questions? We understand everything.
Thank you, Mr. President. But I was a little bit. I had in fact, all my attention to a statement you made that the importance of initiation and planning. I wanted to have got some key pronouncement from you, but most of them, well, maybe I didn't get you well. They came to me fluid. They were not something that I could catch. So I want you to kindly maybe go back a little and please, like, make me be able to physically get it.
Okay, between 18 and 35. Okay, which other marginalized are you considering? Maybe PWG. This is the state of organization. You are still thinking of it, you have not really stayed at the point. You are still considering, could it be this, could it be that? But you know that you want to work with the youth and you will want to engage youth, including those with, persons with disability. You understood that. Maybe you want to say, oh, let me add youth living with HIV. All of that is still initiation. Because you are neither here nor here. Planning is more concrete. Most of the time, initiation may not be seen, but planning has to be seen and understood by everyone that will come with your vision. So let's call the place of initiation a place of dreaming. I don't mean sleeping to dream. A place of your dream, your passion, your vision, what you want to achieve, your total impact, your goal. Begin to initiate. This is what I want to do. Why do you want to do it? I want that particular group of youths that I will be working with. I want them to be able to maybe be independent, to be able to achieve, not to look for paid job when they come out of school. At least you are initiating. As you are initiating, you are having your objective. You have your what do we call it now? Overarching goal, which is your impact. We are talking of result chain. I'm not sure we completed it. We have the input. It starts from your impact. Your impact, maybe you can call it. Maybe it doesn't mean that exactly, but maybe you can call it your initiation stage. Your impact is, I want to do this to achieve this. Okay, if I will achieve this, outcome, you come to outcome. You come to output, then you go to input. What will I put together for my jollof rice to come up and be able to, somebody will be able to feed on it and be satisfied, and also will use so and so to go to toilet with ease. Your impact. So that result chain, it starts from when you begin to think. When you begin to think, I want to solve this problem. This is what I'm giving to the world for this problem to be solved. That is your initiation. At that point, most people, they may not even share it with their spouse, because they have not really gotten it right on their own head. But they are just coming, at times the dream will come and go. Some things will happen. So they are trying to put it together. We call it incubation too. They are trying to, okay, those games that children play. You look for the tail, put where the tail is. You look for the head, put where the head is. That's the stage you are. That's initiation. Simply. Then planning is now I know what I want to do. At the stage of planning is when you agree, what scope do I want to do? That is planning. What will be the time frame? That is planning. What will be the cost? That is planning. There are some other things we did not mention. Responsible. Who is going to be responsible to carry out these tasks at so place? That is planning. All this one we are trying to say, who is profiting, who is whatever, we are doing stakeholder mapping. So you have to know who will even be willing to partner with what you want to do. Okay, Ministry of Youth and Development. Okay, can you look for one funder that is youth related. You put them down, put all of them down. All those period is planning. So, but the moment you're able to put things down that you can explain to people, you have gotten to plan. Then, the baba of all your planning is your work plan. It's not chunky work plan, it can be confusing. Granulated, broken, unpacked. That even a 15-year-old child, if you give him, he can put it, he can act it out. It's just like you are writing a play and you want somebody to act it out. They need to understand. That is your work plan. If you can get to the point of work plan and you already have your results chain at the beginning, which is your ongoing M&E, you can go to sleep and hand over your project.
Question.
Yes, sir. Are you okay, sir?
Absolutely.
Please, we have 5 minutes.
Every initiated project has stated must visit the approval of WRAPA headquarters before commencing the project, or at what level do WRAPA headquarters comes in.
Thank you, sir. A very important question. But I think why we started with WRAPA constitution yesterday is for us to remind ourselves ambitions. There are 7 of them. If your initiated project is within either education, GBV, what do we do again? Remind me, women of WRAPA. No criminal. We do education, we do legal aid. Thank you, sir. I know that's one Minna will remember, Niger will remember. We do legal aid, we do counseling and legal aid together. We do policy reform, which is a policy shift, advocacy. We do advocacy on girl child education. We also do education. We do women empowerment, which most of us don't want to talk about again. It's part of WRAPA's aims. So if it is within those visions of WRAPA, I think you should just report what you want to do. I don't think you need. We want your go ahead. Well, are we giving you money? Just stay within the line of what WRAPA is doing. It's not like Minna now want to carry somebody, support somebody to court. They are calling WRAPA for what? They should do it and report back, so that we can also say Sadankata, well done. And if there is any support, why we want to support, we can support. I don't think everything you want to do should come to headquarters. Except maybe you have been able to drive membership in your state. Maybe you have about 5 million in account and you want to spend. It is just honorable because we are partners. We are not saying we will spend your money, for us to know your plans. That is all. Because at the end of the day, God forbid, that WRAPA account is still WRAPA. And there is no way anything will come on it, or any subscriber will come on it that will mostly affect the headquarters. Just for all of us to be in the same page. I think that's the only thing. Thank you, man. Like you said, you get to the bank, they said there's a policy that. So when you talk to our accounts, we all work together to make sure you can advance and go on doing your projects. Any other question? Yes, ma'am.
Trying to empower. Maybe they are not interested in that kind of thing. Maybe they are not interested in what you are planning for them. They want something different from the usual. And the planning stage, I feel as well to at least involve people in your planning so that they will know they have to bring their interest, what they want, so that based on what they want, then.
Excellent. Just talking of consultation. Now before some of the stakeholders, like all this great child, let's go back to our great child analysis. Have you found out whether it is food they want? I learned that the project, some funders went to a side and they said women are suffering water, and they went and do water project. 3 years after, nobody was using the water, and they came back and said, you guys said you have water problem. They said, when we told you we have water problem, did we tell you we don't like going far? That is when we have time to do kuruma about our husbands. Before we like going far. So the water project became a failure because there was no engagement. Yeah. Very important question. Thank you, man. Let's give her a round of applause. When you need to bring up your stakeholders, is at your planning stage. You cannot do planning without them. It is called GESI compliance. Gender equality and social inclusion. They need to know what you are doing about them. So they need to put their word. Oh, this will go. This will go well in my place. This will not go well in my place. That is one of the reasons we are holding this zonal engagement. So that we will understand what works in your own place, as opposed to what we think are the headquarters. That's why we are taking your inputs on those things you wrote yesterday. That's why we did not show down our own SWOT that we thought we have done online with you. We didn't shove it down your throat. We said, come up with your own. Are we all together? That is going to inform beyond here. It's going to even inform our strategic planning next year. The meeting of which will start with the BOT this year. So it is important to take input from your community that you are intending to serve. Albeit, you won't start taking input when you are not even initiated. So you would have finished initiation, but planning cannot be done without engaging them. Are we all together? Because only when you plan that you know that that hotel you wanted to use is not inclusive friendly. The infrastructure, somebody that is on wheelchair cannot enter there. It is when you engage that you know that, okay, these are the kind of people I want to come up with. These are their issues. It will even make your project or your proposal richer. And those that you are also wanting to give it to, they will know that, this person is inclusive. So it's very, very important. It's a planning stage. When you do it on your own, you might not feel. It's like a tailor sew for me without measuring me. What if it does not my side? Thank you. Wala Mohammed, welcome. I just saw you hiding at the back. I was wondering yesterday why we didn't see you. That is WRAPA IT. Greet our people now from all over the state.
My name is Mohammed. I'm the IT consultant for WRAPA. I welcome you to this place.
Now for him, the short of the short. When we finish, you go carry us go meet the country.
Now we have one more question.
Okay, you are.
Well, it's not a question, rather, but more like a contribution to what Hadja just mentioned. That what if what you want to do, the people may not be interested. And that is the more reason why most projects start with conducting a baseline or needs assessment to ascertain what really is the need of a particular community or a project location. Just like this example that you cited, I had it somewhere and people were laughing that such women are not interested in that borehole. Why? Because they needed time to walk far distance to be able to, just like you. Did you say gossip or Gulma? Somebody also said something that for such kind of intervention, some women will say they don't want to have that borehole in their doorstep.
It is not that baseline that is going to determine the entire change of the proposal. So what we are saying is, before you get to that stage, if you can convince your funder that I got this information from this community, I got it from this community, most of what we do is already late. It's crying after the head has been cut off. We will finish collecting projects from funder. We will now say, we want a key stakeholder. We will now gather you. Or we go and meet one king or chief and we say we are doing community buying. What are they buying into? What you have conceived and finished. What programming best practice says is before you now put that program together, can you consult? It is very expensive. Some of us may not be able to afford it, but that doesn't stop the fact that that's best practice. Are we all together now? So that by the time you are now coming back, that baseline you might not even need it. Because you have predetermined what is necessary, and all you just do is get your block free and begin your M&A and your indicators. But most of the time, is it an organization that is looking for how to pay salary that will now say, if you want to do that proposal, go to those 3 states. Just go and find out. Most of the time, we don't do it in practice. But that is the idea. Thank you, everyone. I think we should stop at that.
Okay, thank you very much, ma'am.
Now we quickly share the next one.
And the posters.
Yes. The people, so the post for this. You are shared for fundraising. Oh, you are sharing the post for this. I'm sure everybody will show. Yesterday we were saying how we raise funds. There are different ways of raising funds. You understand? But we would like you to associate it with a space like our own NGO. Have you been in any fundraising for an NGO? You want to tell us your experience, what it looks like, and what one thing you like about it, one thing you think we should not avoid in our own, and all of that. Yes, sir. I saw you raising your hand. Thank you. Any other person?
I happen to be a legal advisor to one of these CBOs. And the purpose of raising funds principally tips. What they do is every meeting it is a little bit discriminated. Women pay less than the men, but every meeting you have to drop something. And one very amazing thing is that there are more women in the meeting than men. That was why they say, I was asking you whether those kind of bisexual association can be brought in so that we can make them buy our. And secondly, they have what we call annual whatever they do every first January. Annual one year what it is to come every first year of January to celebrate the annual. So what they do is they print calendar for that year with their logo and some principal members. Sometimes they also include it. And program members of that community are invited. So they are not made to voluntarily donate. What they do is, let's say you are in Moses, you are going to pay 15,000 for the calendar one TV. That's how it goes up till the last this many in their person to pay for the calendar. So that's kind of experience I have kind of in fundraising at the grassroots level. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Time for him. Any other person who want to share?
In my community, we have a group of women. We have a group of women, which I am the national secretary. Every October, we gather to celebrate ourselves. We call it Women's Day. And there are some activities lined up for that day. And there is a way we raise funds. At this particular time, we are in July now. We have started calling our people from everywhere. We have 14 communities gather together to form that association. We call it Southeast Yagba Development Association Women's Wing. So those 14 communities, we all our people from everywhere, both in and outside Nigeria, will be contacted for them to raise funds for us. There is a way we do it. We have coordinators in every community. Those coordinators will give us 2 launchers, and those 2 launchers will donate funds for us. Then we will get a chairperson, chairwoman, will be daughters of the year, mothers of the year. All those things will generate funds for us. And at the end of the day, after the program, we use the money solely to empower girls in the community. And it's been a great thing, and we are really achieving most of the time. We even have training center in our community, the local government of that area, that we are training children and girls, women and girls. We are empowering them, and it's been a success. For more than 5 years now, we have been doing it every year, and it's been great.
We have similar things but different from what you said. And from the community that we don't rely on government to come in to do certain things for us. Annually, the community, the market day, and every son and daughter of the community, wherever you have to do your own meetings, so that towards that end of December 26, whatever each time is able to gather together, we now brought it home, and one by one, street by street, family by family, that money are contributed. But within a year, the project must be identified. This is the project we want to embark on this year. This is how much it costs. This is how much we are looking for. So we aim at meeting that point, that target before. And that's what we do every year to make our development, to get the necessary.
We have this project in my community. The women in my community plant tomatoes, dry season tomatoes. And then we realized that the seedlings they were using was not productive. It was just bad. So we got in touch with GIZ that agreed to come and show us the way farm management. But then we needed some few things, like what do we give them when they come, what do we eat? You know, we've had the budget. But then in the community, it's not cash that we have. Then within ourselves in the community, somebody said, I have guinea corn, we can make kunu, I have beans, we can make moi, you know, and for that, we're able to cover our costs without cash. So I see fundraising beyond cash. I see it as also mobilizing all resources to meet set objectives and goals.
Thank you. My mother's village, they are very strong in development. What is fundraising? Fundraising involves actively seeking donations. Before we even go on, I want us to look at this picture of dam. I'll make it bigger now. Are we seeing that from our feet?
Yeah.
This one that did like this, what is it saying?
It starts with support.
Eh?
You.
This one that did this. He said it starts with who? You. It starts with you, it starts with me. I said in one proverb yesterday, I said it's the child that carries her hand that the mother will carry. Let us do the one we can, then call us when you can no longer carry. But if you want to wait for a headquarter, you will wait. But if we see you doing something, we must come and look out for. Please, let's begin to do something. You say it starts with you. How can I tell people to come and help me when I'm not helping myself? I need to start helping myself. Fundraising involves actively seeking donations or contributions from individuals. Who are your cloud of influence? Those people are the first people you will assess. Oh, look at what we want to do. WRAPA, Minna. This is our plan. This is our project. At the beginning of the year, if I just have plan, it doesn't matter where will the money come from. First of all, because there's no funder that will give you money without what you want to do. So come up with a plan. Put a budget to your plan. Then canvas for funding. And like I said, I have Kogi is still challenging me. They say they have money in their account, but they cannot access it. They said they should talk to headquarters. So if they get 5,000, headquarters sees what they are doing. It can ask something for them. Let's also be like them. Fundraising involves setting a clear goal. You cannot have a fundraising without a plan. Your goal first, like we said with project management, initiation, planning, work plan. Then you cannot go to somebody. This is what I want to achieve. How can you be of support? This is what I have. Like my sister here said, fundraising is fund. Now I know that one is fund. But resource mobilization is beyond fundraising. You can say resource mobilization is the mother. Fund is even within resource mobilization. You may not have money, but you say, I have a land. We have an office. What we need you to do is to furnish the office. We need a computer. Are we together now? Project has started. Project has started. You can get all of this done even within Minna community. Asking for advice from the management. You can do that. First and foremost is a vision, then a plan, then a budget. Then you can now canvas for people to raise funds for your vision. Nobody raise funds just because, God forbid, none of us will be sick. So, maybe when they hear somebody is sick, in between life and death, then they can raise funds. But when it comes to serious fundraising, it is tied to projects. It is tied to a plan. And first there must be a goal, then the plan. Then the plan gives back to the budget. Then they look at it. Why do we want to do events? We will write all the things we need. I need 10 bottles of water. It means that if you cannot give me cash, buy the water for me. And people do it. Even WRAPA does it too for organizations. Even you can send to us, we are doing this. These are the things we need. These are the ones we have gotten here. How can you support us? It is our own now. You are our own. So please, let's know that first and foremost, let's go back to the drawing board. What is our goal for 2024? What do we want to achieve? If what you want to achieve in 2024 is the refurbish of that office, it's possible. What is remaining of 2024? It is still possible. Just that we have to get to the drawing board. Come up with a plan. Come up with a total budget. Become realistic. Make it smart. And pursue the funding. You have to come with clear goals like that said. Identify and engaging with donors. So now that we have clear goals, who are the people that can support us? Is it philanthropists within my community? Is it donor agencies? Is it maybe one ministry? Maybe they have a funding. They are looking for strategic partners to partner with. You have to look within. First and foremost, that's why they say individual. First of all, look within your networks. Then look within groups. Then look within MDAs. Then look within external funders who are looking for your kind of project. Do you know somebody told us at the meeting I attended in New York? He said they also give us targets as they give you targets. And he's a funder. He said they give us targets. If you don't get a project that will align with our strategy, in the next 1 year you are sacked. So somebody is looking for your project. Somebody is looking so badly for that thing that you conceived. Blow it up to a full proposal. Begin to seek for funding. collecting and acknowledging donations. They say, oh, even when you now begin to get donations,